So this is kind of this is a video about me basically expressing on I've got to a stage of where I was getting angry earlier, and I was getting frustrated, and I want to lash out, and I can't. Problem is when something that you've been locking away comes to light, and you'll get this, and like you'll be absolutely truthful with it, and absolutely honest with it, and absolutely upfront, and everything you're saying is what happened, and everything that you're going through, and everything that you're kind of trying to, I suppose, battle. And then you get people constantly denying, constantly pretty much pointing out that you're a liar, pretty much saying that you're lying about what happened, you're lying about what you went through, and it makes you even angrier. You kind of lash out a lot because the problem is like when people start saying that, and because it's locked away in your head and things are circulating in your head, I can go into details of things that have happened, and things that have gone through, and it's been circulating in my head for years. It's probably it's like mental torture. And there was something that was said to me. The body always remembers. So basically, things will set you off, or notions, and certain things, or your body responds in certain ways when it gets things feeling that way. So your body is always instinctive, and always responds to it in the way it does, and basically it will set things off, or from what I've been told, it sets memories off in your head, and sets things off circulating. And I suppose what I'm trying to do here at the minute, I'm trying to vent this out in a way, in a constructive way, rather than venting it out in the aggressive manner that I'm used to. Because I'll be honest, I closed off a lot of what happened, and a lot of the way that I closed it off was through alcohol, and through addiction, and things like that. And I suppose you could call the strength training another form of addiction to get rid of it. I suppose you could call what I'm doing with being close to the brink another addiction as well. And I suppose the thing with the strength training is it's a goal, it's a focus, and it's something to drive towards. And how can I say, I'm on the verge of something potentially quite, something that I never thought that I'd be capable of in myself, and I'll be honest with that. Something that I didn't really think I was capable of, and I know in myself, the more and more time I've gone on, the more and more I've got to a stage, the aggression, the anxiety, everything in me has been pushing me towards this achievement, and everything's been pushing me towards this goal. Hence, another reason why I didn't really want to take the medication. I didn't want to go down that road, because I feel that would get taken off me. Now, the thing is, I'm getting told by people that, it will make you focus on that even more, and it will drive you towards it. But I suppose I don't want to do that, in case it impinges everything that I've been building towards. And I know I'm capable of 2 records at least. In the weight class that I am, I know I'm capable of that, and that's not me being arrogant. That's me being honest. It's something that I've been pushing towards for the past past 2 years I've had it in my mind, I've looked at it and I thought, well, I'm not that far off, so I keep edging towards it, and hence the deadlift come up dramatically over the past. I mean, we've been focusing on that for the past, I'd say 6 weeks, and that's, I mean, I could hit 240 for a double about 6 weeks previously from that, so it's gone up another 3 reps, and that's a pretty dramatic increase. And I'm pretty sure the squat I can get up to around 230, 235 within a 6 to 8 week block period as well. And that's, I'm pretty honestly, I'm pretty sure that will happen. And that, I suppose what I'm trying to say is the goal that I had in mind and what I was trying to build towards has gone, as I said in my previous videos, and this, I suppose I'm trying to get people to recognise and realise that abuse and things that have happened to someone will affect them dramatically, and it will eventually catch up with you. It will eventually have an effect on you, and you will have to come to a realisation on it, and you will have to realise that what's happening inside your head is affecting your life every day of the week. It's affecting on how you live, who you interact with, how you respond to people, how you interact with, how you socialise, and how you are with people, and I suppose you know it has a massive effect on your mentality, especially, as I said, with it circulating around in my head. I'll be totally honest, I don't really feel human, and before all this I didn't feel like I belonged in society, and I suppose that's a form of institutionalisation, and I suppose that's hence why people in my situation end up in prison and end up doing things that hence they shouldn't really be doing, and I suppose that's why addiction's around, and you know, and I suppose that's why people went down that road. The problem is, and I'll be totally honest with this. I know that it makes me angry when people, when I haven't talked about what happened to me as a kid. I've openly talked about other situations that have happened to me, and things that are circulating around in my head, but no one believes you. And I think because it doesn't sound, or I suppose it's because people can't accept it. People can't accept what you're saying. So people keep on saying, people keep their distance, and they'll keep saying, no, that ain't happened. It ain't happened. No. You're full of shit. All this, that, and the other. Now, to turn around to someone and basically turn around and call them a liar, when, see, now I thought, in my mind I was by myself, and 9 times out of 10 I generally am, because I suppose I've got social distancing and social anxiety and things like that, and I'll only put myself around a couple of people, or I won't get involved in mass groups of people, because I mentally can't hack it, and I mentally can't hack being surrounded by men. And the problem is with what I'm involved in, and that's why I'm laughing, because what I'm involved in is very male orientated. And I'll be complete and utterly honest with you, I feel safer around women than I do men, because of what happened to me. But hence, with and something I've discussed with how I am, it tends to push women away, and they tend to look at me and think, what a nutcase. And I can understand that, because a lot of what goes on in my head and a lot of what I do, I mean, generally I don't do it out in the open, and I don't do it where people can fully see me. I'll do it of a night time or something like that. But I can't help the way that I respond because that's all I know. So I'm trying to break a habit myself by trying to break what I've been doing for so long, because this is what circulates and this is what happens. This is how I respond because all I'm used to is pain and hurt. That's all I know, and that's all that runs through my head day in day out. I'll be completely and utterly honest. That is consistently running around my head. Hence, why I probably push myself to the brink of where I'm going to break, because I'm venting out what's going on inside my head, what's going on inside what I'm feeling, and then when I get something like, hence I'm getting a lot of shit, a lot of people running their mouth off, a lot of people causing me aggravation, and being provoked to react on it. So what I'm saying is it's very hard to hold back on that notion, which hence why when I get angry I do things like smashing my head against the wall or self-harming, because at the end of the day, if I do that to someone else, it's gonna have a massive impact on them, and it's gonna have a bigger impact on me, because I won't see to get to that goal that I want to get to. But people are always quick when you're, see, now I can say this, when you're at a lower pedestal, people don't bat an eyelid at you, but as soon as you start climbing up and people see that you're making something of yourself and you're pushing yourself to something greater than what they've achieved in their life, they're quick to remark and put you down because of where you're going to in life. Now, my mindset is complete and utterly on that goal. It's complete and utterly those two records that are going. I'm not fucking lying. I'm fucking close. I am close, and I know in my mindset that I've got that in me. And the thing is, I will keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing until one or two things happen. Either I put myself in a situation where I can't push no more, or I'll reach it. And I suppose that's like the mentality of what's going on inside my head. It keeps pushing and pushing, and then when someone's outside of that circle, outside of that notion, and it flicks a switch, I lash out, I get angry. But I will wait for a time period before I lash out, because I know if I do it instantly, I'm going to end up causing more aggravation for myself than someone else. Now, I've expressed this mental abuse and physical abuse they're very nasty situations. I haven't expressed what I've been through. I have said the abuse side of things, but you never forget, and you can never switch it off. And this is what I said. You'll have days where it's good days and days where it's bad, and hence I'm putting this up because this is kind of helping me in this situation. It might sound a bit twisted and mucked up to you guys, but this is helping me to get this out there and basically express, and I suppose talk about it rather than shutting it off, because I know what will happen is it will aggravate me. I barked earlier and I growled and I wanted to smash the shit out of something earlier. So what I'm saying is this, me doing this, and you can totally disregard it and totally switch off with it, because I'm probably babbling and you probably don't understand what I'm going on about, but I'm trying. This is kind of helping me in this situation. I don't care what people think of me. I don't care how you look at me. I don't want your sympathy. I don't want you to look at me and think, like that. Because I know deep inside myself there is a very, very nasty and dark side, but it just doesn't come out with the way that it should do. So hence when I said something yesterday, you will find we are the nicest people going. That's what I meant. There's a lot of things that have happened in my time period of being, being on this earth, and it's made me look at things differently. But it's also, the problem is it's like fighting two sides of yourself. You're fighting what's happening in your head, and then you're fighting to develop yourself into a person, and you will never be the same, especially if things like this are consistently happening.